versus Skyline. Both teams are currently 0-1 in their league matches so far. So a lot's on the line for these teams. They don't want to be down 0-2 in the league. So they're looking to bring this back to at least tie up their stats here. But a lot of household names that I casted in the showcase here. Schmax, Falco, Mexi, Chris, Dobbs, Rin. So I think this is going to be a fantastic match. Hopping right into it underway, Warriors takes in that first P1 pretty much immediately. Contested time does go through here. And just waiting for it to all fall down, but Rin with the pick off of Falco there, time is going to go in favor of Warriors, currently 17-0. Rotation has not happened yet, though, but final 25 seconds left on the hill. Skyline's not able to get themselves on the board. With the rotation coming in from Warriors, though, they're going to be better set up going into this P2 in that top right. That's going to be Dobbs securing that back spawn. But he's going to have a big gunfight against Mist. Gets taken out, but Dobbs finds 2, securing Warriors that first initial going into P2. So now with Skyline spawning out, it's going to be a hard ask for them to break into this hill. It's a pleasurable money hill if you can get a full 60 on it. Currently, Warriors leading 50-0 in a blowout fashion here. Skyline is not able to make anything happen. Warriors off the rip. Looking at the kill feed, Dobbs currently 5-2, Rin 3-1, heating up immensely. But Falco not able to take down the Sea of Blue back in their spawn, but Skyline has to make something happen here. Final 20 seconds on hill, still pushing old. Meanwhile, Warriors is already starting that rotation bottom map. All they have to do is just keep the map split like that, rotate through that bottom plane, but they're already starting to spawn out. That's going to be number 2, Dobbs, and Emperor Chris spawning in the back, essentially trapping now Skyline into that top right old hill. Child doesn't even go through. That's going to be Rin closing that out. Split spawns do come through for the Skyline here. A little bit hectic for the squad right now. Not too much composure. Kills looking pretty even across the board. Now finally getting some entry into this P3 here, gaining some time back. They can easily pull this back forward if they do get near to a full 60, or if they can chain together the next 2 hills. Skyline doing a fantastic job at keeping them out of the hill. However, hill remains uncontested, though. Warriors just trying to get some time. If they can cross that 100-point threshold, it's going to look a little bit scary for Skyline here, but the rotations do come through. Mexi still trying to chow hill. Unfortunately, gets taken out. Missed having a team kill. And Mist gets the kill off of hill, pressuring that out. Not too much scrap time to be taken there, but the rotation is coming in clean for the Warriors. Mexi takes one out of Initial. Mexi does find 2, so Initial could go in favor of the Skyline squad here. Still remains uncontested. Nothing Initial yet. Falco gets taken out. Neither team able to get a pleasurable foothold into this hill. Mexi, their main man in the hill, 22 seconds of time, currently sitting 10-9. Pleasurable amount of engagements here, absolutely flawless, keeping them out of hill. Chris attempting to chow from mid, gets taken out by a team kill nade by Rin. Rin finds one onto Mexi. Now going into this P4 hardpoint, 40 points separating both of these 2 teams. No one heating up exactly yet. Pretty much even across the board, going back and forth. However, Warriors is doing a fantastic job at just holding these hills, holding the angles, and just making sure that Skyline is just not able to touch the hill, unfortunately. Now with the Initial going into this next hill, Warriors was set up that they both get taken down. Child from the front, Emperor Chris now taking some of that time, just keeping Warriors into that back spawn, just keeping them busy, making sure that they can't push forward, because this lead is slowly starting to get away from from Skyline here. It's going to look a little bit scary. So they need to really ground in and maybe go back into the comms department and figure out what exactly is going on. What's falling flat here? You know, they don't have the map. They're not dominating the map. They don't have the positions, and they're just not thoroughly set up for any hill. It seems like Skyline is just constantly playing on the defense here. Getting the rest of that scrap, they're going to have to rotate now. Going back into P1 top lane. Warriors completely set up. Falco takes down Emperor Chris. Contest does come through. Snap just waiting. He's going to go for the chow here. Gets one onto Falco. Clears them out of the hill. It's just looking mildly unfortunate for the Skyline crew here. No one really taking a huge aggressive lead. Hill remains in favor of the Warriors here of crossing the 150 threshold. That's going to be about an 80-point lead now going into this next rotation in back P2. It's concerning. It's concerning at this point. If you're on the likes of Skyline here, it's just not making anything happen. They're group pushing, but they're just not able to accurately hold. They're getting the scrap time, but it's just not enough. Now Warriors leading by about almost 100-point lead. Skyline just trying to just to keep with it. They're just getting outslayed. Rin 16-11, Dob 17-10. Emperor Curse is the only one that is negative on that squad, where on Skyline you got 11-14, 13-16, 11-14. Everyone is negative, respectively. So, you know, you just gotta find a different avenue. But it just looks like Skyline's not able to make anything happen now. 190-77, 30 seconds left on that hill. It's do or die. It is do or die right now for Skyline. Unfortunately, Mexi finds one, Schmax finds another one. It's just not enough time. So from here forward, it looks like they need to either hit those early rotations and really be prepared for a hold. But Warriors crossing that 200-point threshold, it's very scary. This might be a blowout, 100-point club for Warriors versus Skyline here. Map 1, checkmate hardpoint. Now going into this P3, Skyline with the initial crossing 220-77, an absolute blowout bash, and Mexi finds one on to Rin. The Skyline finding some time here onto P3 under the plane, just not holding down their angles. It seems like Warriors is just doing a great job at distracting and making them do single chows and not having them play as a group. And, you know, one person could come in for the trades. That's why 3 people are now spawning back. You know, they're doing a great job at that, but otherwise, they need to pick it up. They need to get it together right here. 222, 223 to 103. Rotations are now starting to come through, now favoring the Warriors in that bottom left. They're going to have to break out. It looks like they're just trying to set up and push towards the left side of the map. That's going to be Schmax. Gets taken out by a double chow there. Initial for this next hill should go in favor of Warriors. They are going to set up 2 of them on hill, while the rest of Skyline just holding mid. Attempting to find any type of entry just to get into this hill, but it just may be just a little bit too late. Emperor Chris with the pick off of Falco coming out of crates there. It's just not enough to take down the Warriors. 243, 7 seconds left. Just have to hold this hill. Just Skyline just not even able to contest the hill, which is very much unlike some of the players that have cast together. So maybe Team Chem is just not working out, but this was just a blowout for the Warriors here. 250 to 121. Just an absolute fashion. And just looking at the player roster from both teams, it seems like Warriors is just gelling just a little bit better. They just can't handle the slang, just like Doyle said in chat, but Schmax is just going to have to take a second look and really figure out what's going wrong for their team there. It's hard to exactly indicate what is going on, maybe in the comms department or etc. behind the scenes. However, going into the search and destroy, we'll really get to see where the plays are made on this next map. But fantastic job to Warriors blowing out Skyline right there. So they're going to go up in the series 1-0.
Alright, I think we're gonna bring Chitter in just to give you someone to cast with, but I've never heard him cast before. Not sure if he has, but it's up to you. Unless you want to rock solo, I'll let you decide.
If he wants to hop in, sure.
Alright, sounds good.
Yeah.
What's up, bro? You here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Love to hear
Hey,
it.
welcome to the desk. What's up?
What's going on?
No pressure, bro. You got like 100 people watching you right now.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Let's go.
Never casted in my life before, so let's see how this goes.
Nice.
We stand together, united as one. Forward on we go, facing friend and foe. We will know what it is. We have not time for that. If we make mistakes, we are lost.
All right, so it looks like we're going to hop right into this game 2 search and destroy on Moscow. I see a similarity in our search and destroys today. First series, we had a search and destroy on Moscow, and now another one. So definitely easy-ish for the attacking side to attack A and really get a good foothold, but easy for Raps as well. So hopping in right behind Mexi here, looking to get a dominant foothold onto this A plant site, while the Warriors are just back in their spawns, just not thoroughly set up there, but Schmaxel able to find one off of Dobbs.
Miss is playing that outer wall, you know, a big spot for them, playing this A bomb site. You know, you can see on throughout the hologram that we can see two guys are rotating that 6 and 8 around, and Miss picks one's off. You got one more back there. Hopefully you can get this kill as well. That's just a clean win off them, you know, playing that wall side. Getting those 2 picks at the back from Mist really kind of put them ahead there, and they had nothing else to do.
Yeah, definitely. These 2 picks off from Mist right here definitely put Skyline in a better position now, going into the rest of the search and destroy here. They didn't have a good hard point, so they're going to need that momentum to propel them forward into the search and destroy. And now hopping.
Falco's POV here, or going to change to Smaxel. He looks like another A push, you know, coming in front. It's just the easiest one. The only time I really see a B push is when they kind of rotate from A over to B to just like relieve a little bit of the pressure coming through. First pick, easy pick coming off with Schmaxel here. Getting that pick on Snapsa, really putting them ahead right now.
Yeah, make it a 3v3. Emperor Chris finds the nade onto Schmax there. So with the Ego Chow, Dobbs does not close that out. Miss finds one. Falco with another one. Now Bomb is down. In a very unfavorable position here for the Warrior squad here. Now Rin in a 1v2, needing to close this out. If you're on the likes of Skyline here, all you have to do is just play Bomb. Last guy, Rin, is holding a sniper, so it should be a relatively easy round to close out. I think Falco, we're hopping in right behind him, knows that he's pushing that backside, may have gotten a hint of it earlier, did not see the rotation, but both Falco and Miss set up on Bomb. It's going to be super hard for Rin to close this out here. I think they're just waiting for Rin to peek, and that's going to be it right there. Skyline taking the second round now, going up 2-0. And this brings into the question, the first, what really happened in that first map? It seems like maybe Skyline just came out a little bit cold, because knowing Schmax and his comms are fairly good. I've played with him a couple of times. So I definitely think he's a lot more decisive on this map, and the plays, they seem to be a lot more thought through, and their pushes are a lot more coordinated now with his 2-0 lead in this series, with a Warriors with a pretty good setup here on A, stacking it pretty high. Schmaxel getting the first pick onto that B dom there. That's going to be big access, and it looks like they're just going to run bomb B and wrap it all the way through.
Yeah, great push through mid there, picking off the one guy on that top flat. Really giving them just the entry right into B that I think they were going for right off the start. Totally throwing off the Warriors' A setup here. You know, they don't know what to do right now. I mean, they're just, comms are coming through. You see snaps are going through mid. Easy pick off for Skyline. Now it's a 4v2, and not much that Warriors can do right now.
Yeah, 24 seconds left on the clock here. Skyline with a really good setup going into this B site. Warriors just completely screwed themselves into that back push, though. Rin finds one snipe, 13 seconds. Is it enough? Everyone knows that where he is, behind the van, tries to smoke it out. 8 seconds left on the clock. Schmaxel with the read, closes that out. Skyline now taking the search and destroy by the reins, going up 3-0 in the series. And like you said, they just did a fantastic job. They got that entry kill right there. Schmax onto that top balcony right there. and it just pushed Warriors and pinned them into that back green. So I think it was a fabulous execution out of Skyline. But Warriors now being down 0-3, not heating up particularly just yet into the search and destroy. They've got to make it happen now because Skyline is looking to close out this match in hopefully a 6-0 fashion.
Yeah, I really do love how Skyline plays this. They play it really, really slow, which is what we've seen from a lot of the teams are playing very aggressive. And the last time the Nukes, they play it really slow. I love how they play, and Skyline's playing it right now the same way. Got a 2-3 for Skylines right now. Bomb down B site. Warriors gonna have to take one out first, just get it to 2-2. And I think the only thing they can do right now is just hold that B bomb site, and hopefully someone pushes in at the wrong time.
Yeah, Skyline does have numbers right now. Make it a 3v2. Just trying to find their entryway in. Schmack's first in, just looking for those final two guys, though. Does not find Snaps. Snaps gets traded out. Now make it a 2v1. Rin all alone here with us. And the trades should come through here, but Rin finds two with a Diametti now, putting themselves and the team on the board. 3-1, still favoring Skyline. However, that might be the round that the Warriors needed.
Yeah, for sure. Rin's been the last one on his team. I think the last 3, maybe even 4 rounds. And, being able to pull one out right now is probably what they needed. Instead of going down 4-0, they're just only down 3-1 now. And it's just, I think it's a lot easier to get back into this one.
Yeah, Rin goes huge with that double chow in living room right there. So hopping in right behind Skyline here, looking to keep dominating in the search and destroy. Currently up 3-1, trying to find one with the snipes here, but the smoke makes it just that much harder though. Emperor Chris finds onto Schmaxel, so make that a 2v3 favoring the Warriors here. Maxi lacks alive. Warriors now stepping back into this 2-3.
Yeah, that Rin play on the last round there, I mean, I think that's the momentum shift that they needed. And, looking at this one here, just a strong hold onto that A site. I mean, you couldn't have played that more perfectly.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. 3-2 feels a lot better than what could have been 1-4 or 0-5. So fantastic job to the Warriors for pulling this back and finding that momentum. Most of the time, like I know even as a player, all it takes is a 2-piece, just to get heated up, just to feel yourself. But now Schmax wanting to keep driving this train forward here. It's going to be a pretty aggressive push onto the A-bomb side. Though Emperor Chris just shooting into the smoke does not find one. Schmax and Mexi both find one. So make that a 4v3. Now make it a 4v1 altogether. Rin last alive with the sniper.
Yeah, if he can pull this one off. I mean, we're just looking at something else here. Left alone again. I mean, there's a couple of chows I think that could have went a little bit better off from the smoke there. We saw 2 guys get taken out running through the smoke, absolutely shooting at nothing. Yeah, Rin's just gonna play this slow. I mean, I don't expect much out of this one. It's definitely Skyline's one to lose.
Yeah, 100%. Skyline 100% set up here. That's gonna be it. Close the coffin. Skyline now going up 4-2. So, what do we need to see here out of the Warriors if they want to pull this back and tie this up 4-4?
Well, I think the biggest thing is just playing a little bit more patient. You kind of see Skyline, they're playing it back. They're waiting for the push to come through. Like on that last round, they took out 2 right before the round. They could even get through. So I think they just got to play a little bit more patient, especially on the defensive side.
Yeah. I would kind of call this tactic the sweat it out. Warriors came out hot in that first map, but Skyline just able to slow down that tempo and really make them play for these kills. However, Emperor finds the first, Snaps finds the second onto Falco. Snaps gets traded out by Schmax. Big wins there. Make it a 2v2. All goes down. Emperor Chris finds one onto Schmax. Last alive Mexi in a 1v2. Bomb still needs to go down. Mexi finds one. Now make it a 1v1.
Yeah, Mexi pushing through there, getting that trade off. He knew that Emperor Chris was low from that last encounter, and the thing here is just Dobes is playing that bomb. He knows it's down right now. So it's just wherever Mexi wants to go here. I think he's going to go for a flank. I don't know if Dobes is going to see this one coming.
I don't think so either. Mexi may have just pulled the play here as long as he can just make no noise. 24 seconds left on the clock. Bomb has not gone down, but I think he spots him. He's just going to try and get a little bit more info on this kill coming up behind. They're just doing a dance here, but I think that's going to be it for Skyline. Closing that out. Now going up 5-2. Exactly what they were looking for. They wanted to get back on board. They just had to find the kills.
Yeah, I think Mexi had the 3-piece on this one here. Oh, yeah, okay. Mexi knew he was low there, pushed him out. Great play from Mexi there.
Most definitely. And now Skyline looking to close this out. This would be putting them on the board for their first series of the day, tying it up 1-1, pushing it into another control. Feels a lot better being 1-1 than being down 0-2 and going into another respawn game mode. That could favor the Warriors, but nonetheless, it's definitely doable for Warriors here. They just have to buckle down and get these kills and just outplay Skyline and really make them play for these kills. They're getting his first blood. Snapsa finds one onto Miss. Emperor finds the second one. Mexi trades out Emperor Chris there. Schmax finds another one, so make it a 2v2. So it seems like the Warriors are just falling a little flat after they get that first blood, and they're just not playing their trades out from there.
Yeah, you got 5 and 7 there, who's at Dobes and Rin playing the outer street on B bomb. Bomb's down right now. You got Mexi who's playing on that bomb in mid street there. They really got a nice hold on this one. Rin going back to the lead is going to be the big play. Nice kill right there, picking one off on Smaxel. Mexi last alive.
Now the tables have turned. Warriors 2v1, 23 seconds left on the clock. Kill could come right through, and the nice. Warriors answering back, make it a 3v5 or 3-5.
Starting it off on Falco's POV here. What do you think they're going to be doing for this push here? Trying to maybe get a little bit of deception in here, going to B, or
I think if you want to be safe, you're up 5-3. You have a pleasurable lead. You're going to go to the safest bomb point, which is going to be A. You don't want to get exactly too dicey unless you know that you can get that across. But Rin with the big snipe onto Falco, shutting him down. See you next round. Snaps playing this really aggressive here. Wants to play it close, but I just don't. He does. Snaps finds the second onto Mist there. So now at Warriors in a 4v2, they have the numbers. Can they hold on long enough just to bring this back to a 4-5? Can we see a round 11? But the Warriors doing a fantastic job spreading themselves out, looking at different angles. But the bomb looks like Schmax is going to try and get this down in B. It's a lot harder to retake if you're down on the numbers. So Babam needs to go down now. I think he's just trying to see if anyone's going to last-minute push, but they're going to have to look out for Chris. I don't think he knows everyone is watching his flank, though. It wasn't. Unfortunate. Mexi trying to clean this up, gets the trade off of Emperor Chris that lasts alive. They know exactly where it is, and it's on Mexi. 1v2, 18 seconds left. They know that bomb's down on B, and Mexi is surrounded, though, but does not close it out. The Warriors holding on, bringing it back 4-5.
Wow. Yeah, I think you were right about going to the safe play on A. They kind of rotated around towards B and, played it a little bit more risky here, and it didn't end up turning up for them.
Yeah, there comes a point where you do have to call for the wrap, and that comes in through comms. Especially if there's just too much pressure. Warriors have the numbers, and I think being in that 2v4, like Skyline, they did as much as they could do. But it just was not enough. So I think Warriors, they know that they're feeling hot. They're playing aggressive, so it's going to be another A push here. Smokes go out. Full stack. Roots 3 stack from Skyline there. Snaps finds one. Team kill does come through. Emperor Chris is shooting. Finds another one onto Mexi. Mexi trades him out with the nade, though. So make that a 2v2. And here we are once again.
Yeah, really tough there on that team kill. I mean, it could have been a different story here. Maybe going down, maybe 1 against 3 if Emperor Chris didn't get that team kill. Snatcher pushing up, nice kill on the miss. Falco going for the trade, doesn't get it.
Yeah, not able to close out the trade here. Is able to get the kill off of Falco. Last one. Not able to close it out. We have a round 11, ladies and gentlemen.
First casting day into a round 11. Not a bad
It's
start.
always exciting. It's always
yeah.
Round 11s are exciting.
Yeah.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Definitely love watching them. Can't imagine casting them.
There can be a lot of screaming, a lot of yelling, big plays on the main stage to be made that I expect nonetheless in this matchup. So now 5-5, full push out of the Skyline here. 3 people on A, 1 watching that outer street. Warriors, lingering bomb. They're gonna switch it up here. I think they're gonna catch Skyline off a little bit. Skyline expecting a full push out of the squad here, but Schmax with the first blood. I just don't think they read the B site yet. That's going to be Falco looking just for any type of information he can get here, but Emperor Chris completely made it through. Rin needs to make it over there now. The team is completely split. They're playing Street just a little bit too passively because it's only going to be a matter of time before that rotation from Skyline starts to happen, and it starts to happen right now. Falco and Mexi starting that rotation over, leaving 2 guys on A, though Emperor Chris gets taken down. Rin last alive in a 1v4 round 11. Can he make it happen?
Yeah, a little bit of an aggressive push there on the B site. A little bit of COD timing going the other way as Skyline's able to pick up the 1 player. Rin taking out 1 here. Been the last alive in almost every round that the Warriors have went down. I wouldn't be surprised to be able to pick this one off, though.
Yeah, Rin checking his spots. Only 10 seconds left. He's going to have to throw it down, but I think he gets caught with his pants down. Skyline closing this out 6-5. If you look at the overall scope of the Search and Destroy series, Skyline was up. Skyline was up by 5. Pleasurably had match point a couple of times, but in a nail biter, able to close this out, now tying up the series 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, Warriors able to come back from behind there, bring it to a round 11, just not able to close it out. The whole time here, it was just kind of first bloods. Smax was picking up a lot of first bloods, which gave them the edge right off the start, and that's why they were able to pick off, that last round 11 there. They got down 2-4 right off the start, and then they weren't able to come back.
Yeah, most definitely. And I think once the Warriors were able to just ground themselves in, they got themselves a couple of rounds. But looking at the overall scope of their setups here, it's just not too convincing against possibly a bigger giant of a team. Those setups can be picked apart with the indecisiveness. So looking to definitely see if we do cast a Game 5 Search and Destroy, it's gonna their setups are gonna have to be stepped up and play and make the pushes. Like for example, last round they were 2 on street, lingering a little bit. Rin from behind. If Rin could have pushed up past Globe and played those numbers a little bit tighter in that 2v4, it could have been a different story. But nonetheless, going back to Game 3 in our control. So how are you feeling about Raid being in the rotation?
You know, I didn't think it was actually going to be a part of this, and then you know, it got released in that Raid 24/7. You know, I've been playing that a lot, and then you know, seeing it come in as like a control map and a hardpoint map, and you know, I really like it. It brings me back to those good old Black Ops 2 days, and you know, I always loved the map, and it's just awesome having it in here again.
Yeah, most definitely. I think Christmas did come early for Call of Duty and all the players here, bringing us dangerously, giving us a raid here. I'm wanting to ask for more now. I want more Black Ops 2 maps. I think they would play so well on this game, such as like Standoff. Give me Express. Give me what's the other one that I'm missing? But yeah, like any of those maps, just give it to us. I think bringing it back and whittling it down to 4v4, I think it creates some complexity amongst the teams. Like each kill is just that much more important. Each person's role on the team is just that much more important. But also, you don't have to worry about that fifth player anymore. You know, like typically in that 5v5 and in Black Ops 4 and Modern Warfare, you're always having to deal with that second person pushing you, or the double chow, or even a triple chow. You know, shutting down pushes, and now it makes it a lot easier. So the gunny speaks for itself. If you got it and you got the map awareness and the knowledge, you definitely do speak for yourself. But yeah, Joya in the chat, Skyline with a big regain. That's exactly what they needed. They came out a little bit slow, a little bit cold. Checkmate hardpoint, I think it's one of the diciest hard points. You know, it's hard to really it's just really dependent upon what team is hotter on that map.
Yeah, you know, the sub players, you know, they play a big role with most of the points, like P1 up in that top plane. You know, the subs have to be going. Same thing with the, you know, the bottom plane on P3, because the subs got to dominate those places, and then your ARs, your main ARs on the other three, you know, they got to be on point, right? You can be taken out so easily in the back of the map. Just spawns flip so easily on that map, and you can just be taken out really, really easily if you don't pay attention.
Yeah, 100%. And as for you as a player, are you flexing now, or are you guys still as an SMG?
I've kind of went to an SMG. I mean, there's a lot of flexes in the league right now,
Yeah.
so I just kind of wanted to stick with one thing. Went to an SMG.
What are you using, the 74 and MP5?
I had to switch to the 74. I know I ripped on you a little bit about the MP5 there.
No, I mean,
yeah,
I'm here to make a proclamation. I have too switched. I'm a little tired of the MP5 now. I think the 74U, it just serves a little bit more in those long gunfights. However, I mean, if I'm flying, you know, I will pull out an MP5 on Crossroads. There's no debate on that one. However, but the 74U, it's just been so dominant, you know. I think the movement was a little bit challenging at first because that gun shoots very straight. It doesn't feel like you can kind of lock onto like second kills and turn on kids that quickly with the 74U. That was a problem that I was having with it. However, it's just proven to be a substantial gun, and it kind of has a little bit of flex to it as well.
Yeah, for sure. You know, the long ranges, you know, 74U kind of beats the MP5 out on that one. You know, when was the last time we even seen an MP5 in this league right now? I don't even think anybody's using it.
I unfortunately I didn't cast last weekend, but the showcase that the last showcase that I cast right before the draft, people were still using MP5s. I saw like maybe two.
There was no MP5 last week.
About it. Yeah, so I think it's just strict. They've gotten that out now. I think it's just when it comes down to range, the 74U it just has a little bit more range than the MP5, unfortunately. So rip to my heart and dreams of having a full year of MP5, but here we go.
Yeah, you know what? It's nice to see just a change of guns. I mean, last year you didn't see much. You got, you know, you had Envoy play the Ram every once in a while, and
oh, little troll.
That's about
Yeah,
it.
him
Oh
and the
yeah,
Uzi.
oh yeah.
Yeah, dude, but the RAM on LAN or even on PC is actually like insane. It's goated. So good.
I never tried it, so I wouldn't even be able to tell you. Never played a
Yeah.
lot of Modern Warfare. It wasn't my kind of game, you know. So being able to come back into this one, you know, it's just a change. It's a big change, and I needed a change, and it's awesome right now playing Cold War.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Cold War, it was the needed vibe check that the entire Call of Duty community needed.
Definitely, yeah.
But going into this checkmate control, much like the hard point, can get extremely dicey now. However, Skyline has heated up, so the Warriors, they have the tall mountain to climb on this one.
Yeah, right up the start. I mean, you know, a lot of guys like to go for that straight B push right up the start. Emperor Chris picking up nice kill on that point. You know, gets traded out by Falco. Snapsa playing that top. You know, top is the top lane is probably going to be the biggest thing here. Is just having that control of the map. You know, really good. Snapsa being able to pick that one up. Nice kill.
Yeah, whoever your Slayer is, if they have control of that top plane and bottom plane, like close range gunfights, while your ARs are holding down the lanes, it's pretty solid here. But it looks like in terms of map control, Skyline, or I'm sorry, Warriors has a little bit more on that red side, though they're just trying to get that first tick off on the A site. Nothing too favorable just yet. Both teams pretty much at a standstill. Looking at the live counts, 20-20 even. Chris gets the pick. That's going to be 3 down for Skyline here, all spawning back. So Warriors should be able to get that second tick off on B control, or on A control.
Yeah, definitely looking at you know, the hard point being on checkmate as well. Just looking at you know, the respawn map, especially for you know, just looking at the Warriors to pull this one away again. Doe picking up his double. Nice kills onto him. Oh, picking up a third. Falco not able to pick him up off the trade. 8-point A secured. Now they got to go for that trouble B push down below. Looking for the Slayers and the subs, you know, really to take off on this one.
Yeah, trades are all coming through, though. Rin just holding that top lane with a Krieg, just absolutely insane. Holding down the lane, just making sure that Skyline just can't even touch the B point here. Not able to get that full first tick off, but that's going to be Rin and Dobbs just hopping on that hill here. Now Skyline spawning back. Mexi finds one. Mexi finds two. Big. That's 4 down now for Warriors. So this is the foot in the door that Skyline needs. Only down by about 3 lives. If they can get another 4 down here, that is huge for them going forward into this. The momentum is pretty much even now. However, Warriors do have a 4 live count ahead, so they just need to play these kills, step into the hill, and just hold their map control. But Snaps in the spawn, trying to make it happen.
Picking up 1 there in the back spawns, you know, trying to play for those live counts. Definitely needed right now. Snaps are getting traded out in the back, looking for another pick. 2 down there for Warriors, 2 left up front. I think that's the second tick going down. Nice trade with Mist there. On the Emperor Chris. Doe's picking up 1 top lane, pushing around. Smaxel being able to take him out.
Yeah, trades are coming through. No true commitment yet. Just out of the Warriors here. Only 1 respawn remaining. None for the side of Skyline here. So they have to play this super careful. Neither team has thorough map control. Still spawning in. However, Skyline with the setup, just waiting for Warriors just to push this out. Mexi not able to get the kill onto Chris right there. So Chris stepping into hill, just trying to get some time or some progress onto this last tick, just almost there. No respawns remaining, and Warriors pull out this first round, going up 1-0.
Yeah, you know, I think I expected this one out of the Warriors. I mean, I didn't expect them to get that close here. The respawn map, they kind of dominated. I don't know what it was, 252. I think it was 120, right? You know, I really thought that Doe's played a really great half there, picking up a lot of kills that they needed. And on the other side, Mexi picking up a lot that they needed as well, you know, picking up the very key kills at very key points. And they were able to bring it back and just couldn't finish it off.
Yeah, just not enough, unfortunately. But, however, it is a new round, and Skyline wanting to make something happen here. Looks like they're getting outslayed in the kill department. Looks like we have 1 DC, unfortunately. Round will continue for the time being. However, Rin pushing forward, holding into this crate, keeping... Oh, it looks like he reconnected. Awesome. Beautiful. Love to see it. So, as we continue now, Skyline just a little bit on the defense here, currently down by 2 lives. Falco gets a huge pick off of Snaps. Regrouping, reconfiguring. Now the push must begin, down by 1 live count. They're going to have to clear this out.
Yeah, just keeping it close on live count there, especially going down 1 player. You know, I think it's big for them. Mexi coming back in, which is amazing. We didn't have to restart here. Smaxo picking up 1, Falco picking up another. That's 2 down. Trying to get this progress onto a site. Rin picking up a nade kill right before he dropped the trophy. Rin playing a key role on that outside there, trying to pick up guys on top of this point right now. Oh, Smaxo picks up 1.
Yeah, and Skyline is just doing a tactic here, which forcing Warriors to make them choose. Which point are you going to defend? Which point are you going to try and clear off? So basically, by now, Skyline now being up by 4 lives puts them definitely at a bigger advantage. They're able to get that A point, so now the rotation to B begins. Now Warriors just a little spread out across the map, maybe just trying to get these skills not playing grouped up together. Snaps finds 1 top lane, and now Skyline on the defense.
Yeah, Snaps is playing that key role again, right up top. He's been playing there the whole game right now, and he's been really dominant up there. Emperor Chris picking up 1 on a Smaxo in the back spawns. Snaps the challenging again on top lane. Nope, taken out by Mexi. Mexi picking up a 2-piece. Now they're going to start making progress onto the B sites. With, I think it's, who's that? Who's on point right now? Rin taking up 1, Falco taking up another.
Yeah, Falco with a huge trade there. And Schmax being all dirty in their spawn like that definitely, it allowed his team to step forward, because if you looked at the minimap, for the entire team for Warriors was hunting him down, but unfortunately Skyline just did not take that progress, but now currently up by 4 lives. They're back on top, not channeling Hill, thoroughly missed, turns on Rin completely. Chris gets that trade out, lessening this tick. 17 seconds left, so Skyline is going to have to play kills, or they're just going to have to play clock.
Yeah, I think not having the progress on to B that Smaxo was allowing them is going to be a really big factor into this late round 2 right now. You know, they're picking up the no respawns remaining onto the side of the Warriors. Basically a 4v6 right now. Dove's picking up a nice one back lane. No respawns on both sides is exactly what they needed, and Warriors picking up the win because you know, time running out off of the Skylines right now. Smaxo playing a key role in the back spawn, picking up as many kills as he could. I just don't think they took advantage of the time that he was given.
100%. Yeah, like Warriors, 3 of the players were looking for Schmax on back spawn. I don't know what happened in the comms department there, but that's when Skyline needed to take that map control. If those other 3 players that were still coming from spawn really held that mid-map and had the control, we would possibly be seeing a completely different round here, but unfortunately, that just fell a little bit flat. Schmaxel doing everything that he can do, 15 and 15, 11 objectives. Maybe it seems like a little bit of like overcompensation, you know? Now I'm looking at the team and I'm like, are they settled in their roles? Are you know, does everyone know like what they should be doing, their routes and etc.? It just doesn't seem that thorough at the moment, but first 2 kills go in favor of Warriors. Snaps finds another one. Trying to make some progress on B here, just holding that mid-map control. I think he sensed someone was behind him, though. Gets the pick off of Falco. It's just looking absolutely dominant for the Warriors here.
Yeah, once more, Warriors dominating the respawn. Definitely thought that this was going to happen. Ooh, Snaps picking up 1 in the back spawn, so he's playing that same role as Smaxo was. Mexi picking him up. 2 down for Warriors, and Dove's picking up a trade onto Mexi. Mix picking up the trade onto Dove's. Falco's going to play this back tower. I think that's what he's going for right now. As we were talking there, A got taken out, so only B's left. 16 to 20 on the respawns right now, and you know, Warriors looking dominant once more.
Yeah, Warriors on top, 5 lead count. All they have to do is just cap B and sayonara. We'll see another hard point. But not to say it's over yet. Mexi with the trade on Rin, down by 4 lives. Progress being made on B. So Skyline needs to step up and maintain this map control. It's not all on the shoulders of, you know, Schmaxel or Falco. You know, Mist and Mexi are going to have to step up, you know, need to get some more of those exterior kills, you know, just to make sure that they can have access and get that map control. But that's going to be 3 down for the Warriors here. Make it an even live count. So that's exactly what Skyline needs here. Mexi absolutely being disgusting, gets traded out by Dobbs. Now, Warriors in a predicament. You know, they're back in their spawn. Live count is even. So for Skyline here, all you have to do is just play these trades or just wait for them to push out of their spawns. The Warriors were in a fantastic position, and they just got taken down.
Yeah, I definitely spoke too soon on that one. You know, Skyline being able to bring it back in live count here. They still haven't gotten the first tick off of B's site, and it's just really not looking good right now. About a minute left on the time clock, so they still got time to work with here. I just think that the Warriors need to, you know, match the pace that Skyline's going at right now. Mexi playing that back spawn, just being an absolute menace back there. Being able to take a couple seconds off the clock. 2 down, 3 down for Skyline here. Mist being able to pick up the trade onto Snapsa. Emperor Chris in the top lane now, taking over that control. You know, now the Warriors are able to push up and get set up as they were before.
Yeah, and what I'm seeing from the Warriors here, despite being up, I mean, I think right now, returning this into a game of Search and Destroy, now they're able to push into the hill, just trying to get those outside coordinated kills, just to have a little bit less pressure. However, Mist finds one, or it gets traded out by Snaps there. Falco finds one onto Snaps. Now, only 13-12 seconds left. Is it enough time for Warriors to step back? Chris is last one in hill. He does have the reinforcements. Skyline just spawned out. So it could happen here, but it has to happen right now. They are up by 4 respawns.
Yeah, wow, 3 down for Skyline there, making progress at B. Now 3B, I think it's 3v7 right now on live count. Skyline being able to pick up 2 on the point there, down on the point. Last one for Warriors is Emperor Chris in the back here. You know, Skyline being able to pick up those key kills at the end, taking time off, and you know, it's just on the Warriors to pick up the last couple of kills or being able to push up, just so that their guys on point are going to be able to make that progress that they needed.
Yeah, Falco being an absolute nuisance, just holding down that back lane right there, getting a 3-piece. Taking a look at our scoreboard really quick. Snaps 24 and 23. Rin 19 and 17. Chris just trying to heat it up a little bit, but neither team able to thoroughly close it out, both due to time constraints. So I'm looking to see a little bit more commitment onto either site here, and it's going to come down to the setups as well. So hopping in right behind Emperor Chris, finds one onto Mist, finds 2 onto Schmatch, is absolutely ripping up the competition. Mexi finds one onto Chris. Falco with another one, gets traded out by Snaps here. Neither team with progress just yet. Live count still relatively even. Coming across to a standstill on mid.
Yeah, being able to grab that time onto A is exactly what I think Skyline's going to be wanting right now. Falco playing that top wing, which is just a huge point that they're going to be needed to do. As you can see, the 2 Warrior players are going around trying to do a flank from that B site. Great pick from Dobbs, being able to take out Falco up there. Dobbs picking up a second. Dobbs picking up a third. Rin being able to take out the other one. That's 4 down for Skyline now, and I think that's Rin being able to take off the extra points onto that second tick on A.
Yeah, that was a big play right there, spawning them out and back to the back of the map, and now we're in a completely different situation. Life count's still relatively even. However, our clock is also going to run down as well. So this is where we need to see that commitment. Now, Skyline is down by 2 rounds. I hear the clock ticking. I don't know exactly how much time we have left, unfortunately. However, Grin and Dodge both find one, just trying to keep Skyline back and in their spawns, just doing a fantastic job at not even letting them touch the hill. And Skyline not able to secure either capture, unfortunately, but this is the last ditch effort though. 7 to 11 respawns remaining. Mexi finds another. Schmaxel finds two. These are the entry kills that we need. Just a little bit too late though into the series.
Yeah, life count still sitting at a really even. Being able to pick up that B time now is going to be crucial for the A side, and they're just going to have to get this one so they can get a little bit extra time. Picking up two down for the Warriors. Now Skyline is able to pull ahead in that life count. That A side is going to be crucial right now. This is the last one left. Oh no, they still got B over there.
It only takes one tick left, and is it going to be enough time for Warriors? I don't think so. They're going to have to clear the hill here. It comes down, and that's it. Skyline tying this up now, 2-2.
Once again, coming out a little bit later than better late than never. I mean, starting out a little bit cold. I think same thing with what happened in the hard point, and being able to bring it back to 2-2 is going to be an exciting round 5.
Yes, most definitely, and we're gonna have. Let's see who's on. It looks like Warriors are going to carry. I'm sorry, no, the Skyline is going to carry the offense going into this. So let's see how dominative they are. They're going to hold through that mid lane, though. Rin gets taken off by Mexi. That's going to be 3 down instantly for Skyline. That's just something that you don't want to see, because now number 3, that's going to be Snaps, just holding back into that spawn. 3 and 4, Dobbs gets picked off by Schmaxel, though. That's a big intel kill. So Schmaxel just on the hunt, trying to get out of that spawn, just getting some of these kills here on the flank. Is able to pick off 2, just being an absolute nuisance in that plane.
Schmaxel once again playing the main AR and just going in the back of spawn, just keeping them back there is giving their team a much better advantage to just be able to set up, and then being ready for the pushes that the Warriors are going to be making. Schmaxel picking up another one top lane. Top lane control is just one of the biggest things on this map, and even control was nothing up there, but just having that control and then having the wings, just being able to pick guys off. Schmaxel picking up another one onto the A site, and then getting traded out by Rin. Rin playing the time now, defending on A, taking all the progress off of. They never were able to get that first tick. Falco's got connection issues. I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah,
I think
it looks like
got connection issues.
Yeah, I think we're a little bit at a standstill, unfortunately, chat. So, we'll see how this straightens itself out. But yeah, for the time being, we're probably gonna have to replay this last round. But both teams heating up. It's gonna be one intense game. Now, Harm, is this a full replay or is that just a round replay?
Yeah, definitely just replay the round.
Cool. And now in the time of the Asian quarantine that we're in, it's time to figure out what am I ordering on DoorDash today.
That's a great
Well,
question.
I mean, we saw around 11 here. We saw around 11, so I mean, you might as well just order a burrito.
You're right. You're actually right. Let me get the code up for that one, actually. I never actually want a burrito. I'm kind of sad about it. Well, no, I did, but so the messed up thing about the burrito code was that you had to pay $10 in order to use it.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm
Oh my
like,
God.
so I'm not gonna eat 2 double steak burritos. I'm not built like TP, you know? But
That's insane that he noticed you, or whoever that was noticed you on Twitter.
oh,
there.
censor?
Censor, that
Dude.
was insane.
Trying to get arms like Doug. Come on. It's a new year.
What do you think about this, control 4v4? Last time we saw it was a 5v5.
5v5.
You notice any difference?
Yeah, I personally think Capture the Flag is a lot more of a competitive game mode to one, to cast, 2, to play, but then 3, also to watch in the audience. So I'm a little sad that Capture the Flag hasn't made its return yet, since we're back like fully boots on the ground, traditional Call of Duty 4v4. I'm not upset about Control. It definitely requires some good strategy, but also some good gunny at the same time.
For sure. What do you think? Do you think we'll ever see that uplink one come back? The ball throw or whatever it was onto that point. I used to absolutely love watching that one, especially the one year with the huge comeback that Envy made there.
Are you talking about the Envy versus Optic?
Yes, I am.
Why would you? Oh my god! Wow! Wow!
I don't know, man. I just absolutely love that game mode. It was, it was the best thing to watch. Especially watching that one there live. It was just, it was insane.
That was a hard loss to witness. I'm able to trigger. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm just lucky I wasn't an Optic fan on that one.
Yeah. I mean, I think Uplink is a super fun game mode. I mean, I don't think it'll work with boots on the ground. However, Blitz was a game mode back in Ghost competitively. I don't mind Blitz. Like, I remember being on, I think it's called Freight, and it has the tracks across mid, and the Blitz point is left side green, in the backside, and you can just run a full train on that Blitz point. So, I think that would have been exciting as well. But I don't know what it'll look like for next year either. I don't even know. I mean, I guess it depends on what the Call of Duty is going to look like. I think this is still a major question, but yeah, overall, I mean, if we were to bring back anything except for Control, Capture the Flag is my number 1 pick. And then I would look at Blitz or Uplink from there. But it's been way too long that Capture the Flag has been out of the map, or out of the set.
Definitely, for sure. You think we're gonna see Black Ops 5? Making a comeback from Black Ops 4, or you would think they're gonna go somewhere different with it?
Well, then the next developer, I believe, is Sledgehammer.
I can't remember now.
I think because of the option, I'm not exactly sure. However, I mean, I just don't know. I just don't know what direction that they're going to take it in, because, I mean, we just had Modern Warfare, and then now we have Cold War. So I think it seems like they've re-leveled the grounds for Call of Duty again, kind of somewhat of like a restart in this way. So I'd be open to anything. However, in the future, I would love to see an Advanced Warfare 2. I absolutely loved Advanced Warfare. And then I mean, if they want to keep building off of this as well, but I think this game is a prequel to Black Ops 1, or in that same area. So I honestly, if Treyarch can just continue making the games, especially for competitive, I'm a happy Bucks. That's all that matters.
Yeah, for sure. You know,
Yeah.
love watching the competitive. It's awesome.
Yeah, but one more round to decide the control between these two teams, both coming out hot, but now, you know, it's been a small reset. Everyone lagged out. You know, whose gunny's going to be there? We're hopping in right behind the Warriors here, trying to just get this point, close out the game. Rin with the first blood, Snaps finds another one. And so it begins from there. Both teams trying to get that map control here. Both teams illuminated in slightly different colors, though, so I think it'll help the audience a little bit more in this viewership. Warriors in yellow, Skyline in blue, or that dark purple in bottom left there on the map. But they're fully stacking hill. I think that's the best tactic that they have for right now, is just to play these trades. You know, Schmaxel gunning them off of spawn, and they just don't have a way of contesting hill. But then there's Chris. You let him go through mid, and he cuts it open, guts him like a fish, and pushes them off of that point, and back to restart. You know, for the Skyline here.
Yeah, Mexi starting off big, 5-2 right now. Emperor Chris also starting off with some huge kills onto that 8 point, so that they weren't able to get much more than what they had. Now coming into that third tick capture, Falco not being able to get naded out, taken up by Emperor Chris there, sorry. Mist being traded out, Emperor Chris coming up huge right now, taking off the time onto that ace site. Mexi still playing that top, he's got it all knocked down right up there. Falco looking for some picks, Mexi still playing that top, and you know, they're able to take off the ticks onto point A. Mexi still playing that top, you know, just being the big part of how this Skyline team's going to be able to win this right now, starting out 8-2.
Yeah, you just can't let you can't let Mexi do that here. Now look at it, they're hunting down, trying to get him out of the spawn, but it's just not possible for the Warriors spawn here. And this is the most dominative that I've seen Skyline work. You know, life count is still relatively even. However, I'm concerned that Skyline, all the plays that they're making, all the kills they're getting, it's just not contributed at this point. They were fully pushed up. However, none of the teammates were on B, so back to comms, you know, back to comms in that one. You know, where are they really falling flat? They had the map control, but no one got on point. They just didn't play for the point, and then now they are down by 1 life.
Yeah, same thing that happened a couple rounds ago. You know, they ran out of time onto 1 point, but they just weren't able to get on after Schmaxel made that great play on pushing up and getting them right back deep into their spawn. Mexi hopping on point now. It's going to be trying to get that B time off. I don't know if it's going to be a little bit late or Dobbs picking up a trade onto Mexi. Dobbs being taken out by Mist. Mix not the greatest start right now. 2-6. Falco 2-5. You know, you're really looking at Mexi and Schmaxel going off right now. Taking out the life count. 5-4 on favor of Skyline. 5-3. And now we just have Falco capturing the point onto B site.
Yeah, now we look at some S&D here. The kills are vital. If Skyline wants to close this out, they have to look at all these angles to try and make sure that Warriors cannot break into their bottom plane. 2 respawns remaining, 3 respawns remaining for Skyline. It's coming down to the wire for both of these two teams, but yet, once again, the greatest demon of them all, the clock. 10 seconds left. All Warriors have to do here is just keep Skyline off of the point. 2 ticks to make. It comes down to right here, but I just don't think it's enough time for Skyline to make it into the hills. So that's going to be the win. 3-2 in this game 3 control for Warriors. And it's just unfortunate that the clock does play such a huge factor. But
you know what?
Warriors.
Once again, they just didn't take advantage of the space they were given from the kills that they were getting. You know, if you got some of the guys that aren't, you know, necessarily slaying as much as, you know, Schmaxel was and just keeping them in the back of the spawn, you know, you pop them on point and you just get some extra, you know, you get some time going, and I just don't think they took advantage of what they had.
Yeah, even just one guy, you know, that's where I feel Schmaxel needs to find his duo, because when you have such a dominant player making a play like that, really pushed up into your spawn. Same thing with Mexi, pushed up into the spawns, really getting those kills. But nothing from the rest of the squad which is happening there. One person should have at least been on point, especially if you're slaying out on those spawns. You know, we would have seen a different shift in those life counts. However, passes in the past, you got to let it roll off their backs. Warriors do go up in the series now 2-1, chat, if you're asking for the map count. 2-1 Warriors lead. The only map that Skyline has won so far is the Search and Destroy, as I predicted. However, we go back to another hard point, and as history has shown in this match so far, Warriors have had the upper hand on respawns.
Yeah, well, you know, what do you think that Skyline's going to have to do here to be able to take one on the respawns? You know, I love the way they play, that they're Search and Destroy, you know, super passive, but, you know, you have to be able to turn it up in the respawn matches, and I just don't think they've been able to do that right now.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to do that. I just think it comes along to, I don't think they're just not playing numbers as well as they could here, playing those trades. And they started to heat up, most definitely, in the S&D and now in the control, but I just don't feel thoroughly convinced on the hard point, and that's a little scary.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be an interesting one, and you know, I'm definitely looking at Mexi to, you know, really pop off on this one. It's gonna be you know, it's gonna be a really fun hard point to watch.
And then on one of my favorite maps, Moscow. So I think we're in for a great game, chat. And we should be up running soon. In the chat, Slack says Warriors taking the W. I want to hear from the rest of you. What are your predictions now? Warriors being up 2-1 going into this hard point. What are our predictions?
You know, hard points, it's a tough one. You know, like, it can go either way, just depending on the setups that, you know, teams are going to be running here. And, you know what? I just really think that, you know, the Warriors have had just the upper hand on the respawns. And if, you know, I'm thinking it's going to be, especially on Moscow, I think it's going to be a close one. So I'm just going to go 250 to 230 for the Warriors right now.
Yeah, I think it definitely, I'm thinking about rotations. I'm thinking about spawn traps. Looks like we do need one more restart here before going into this next hard point. But I'm expecting it to get crazy. Mid-round with the 250 to 190 Warriors for that one. Calling it out. Alrighty. Slack 250 to 170 Warriors. So we see a commonality here. We don't see Skyline. We don't see Skyline getting over 200. So this is gonna be interesting.
If we see the other players from Skyline turn up, though, you know, I think we'll be able to see a different story. I just don't, you know, we just haven't seen guys like Mist and the, you know, turn up as much as Schmaxel and Mexi. So it's just kind of, you got to be all on the same page right now. And if, you know, if Schmaxel and Mexi are hot, then, you know, maybe Mist play the point a little bit more, and just, you know, it's going to be interesting. I'm just really on the fence about this one.
Yeah. But we have a very exciting game underway here after this restart. Now, Skyline versus Warriors. Warriors are up 2-1 in the series now. Going into this hard point on Moscow. It's going to get incredibly dicey. The initial contest does come through here. Both teams just trying to hold it through. However, Skyline will have that rotation or in the spawn for P2 here. Falco doing everything he can do, holding this top flat here. Mexi gets picked off by Rin. The rotation is going to come out of the Warriors, though, pushing through that top green. So it's going to be on Mist holding that to gun them through to stop that rotation.
Yeah, on the P1, you really look for those rotations onto either street side or top green, just to get the spawns for P2 because it's one of the hardest hills to break. The Warriors able to pick up the time right now onto P1, but I don't think that Skyline's too worried about the time that they're getting to have the setup for next. Warriors are able to push through right now, taking out Mexi into on B site. I really like the setup that they have right now. Having got a library, being able to take off the one on points. Warriors actually getting spawns in the back. I don't know how that one happened. Rin being able to get all the way back there, trade out a few kills and then get the spawns for their team.
Yeah, Falco retreated a little bit into that funneling them through, funneling through that top green, unfortunately, which gives Warriors now the hill time and the majority of the time going onto this hill and merging into P3. So I think on the likes of Skyline here, Mist did a fantastic job of holding, the rotations. But it just fell through once that street push just happened. Hill remains uncontested. However, the rotations are coming in here. Schmaxel just trying to get the rest of that scrap, but Emperor Chris shuts him down completely. See the next rotation and the next hill. Snaps just holding this mid, just absolutely dominant. Warriors 51-18 now going into this P3, which is also an extremely hard hill to break. So Warriors with that first with the first rotation, and now they're holding spawns number 8. That's going to be Dobbs, waiting for someone to push out of that back. Gets picked off by Mist, and now the push from Skyline begins.
Yeah, I played a lot of 8s with Mist there. I know he loves playing that back bank, getting the rotations out of there, so there's no surprise that he went all the way back there, being able to take out a couple guys in the back, getting the spawns, and now they're being able to set up, and Mist playing the back once more. Schmaxel taking out 2 from mid. I love their setup. You got one guy on elbow, one guy on that back point. It's just going to be Mist getting taken out in the back. Dove picking up that one, trying to go for this push now. These spawns are also into the next one, so no hate on going back there, picking those up, grabbing the extra scrap time, and then setting up for next.
Yeah, Skyline able to get pretty much a full 60 on that hill, brings them back into this within 3 points. Dobbs gets the pick off of Falco there, and now the rotation and the push continues. Initial of this hill is going to go in favor of Warriors here, but they're going to have to worry about a pinch coming from the other side of Globe. I think Snaps caught it, so it's about to go down. Mexi trying to get behind cover on some trash cans, but gets taken out by Emperor Chris, sitting in that back OP bus spot. You just hate to see it. Warriors now pulling across with a 20-point lead.
Once again, I mean, we're seeing Schmaxel being like the top slayer on their team with that main AR, and then we're seeing the other 2 players just not being able to do much right now. And Skyline picking up 3 down for Warriors, and on the rotation they go. 15 seconds left on that street hill. It's going to be really important that they hold spawns right now. Watching number 6, that is Rin, already going on the rotation from the other side. Schmaxel picking up another kill. Being that really big nuisance for Warriors right now. They're not figuring out how to take him out. Warriors being on that P1 time right now as they lead by just about 20.
Yeah, still Warriors with a 20-point lead here, going back into P1 on the second set of rotations. Skyline set up once again with the P2 spawns. However, they're not doing much to break into this into this P1, though. They're getting taken out. Last 2 guys, Falco and Schmax, are going to have to back up. As you can see, the contested spawns are now coming through. Mist and Mexi are spawning pretty much in P3. And all Warriors have to do is just push the street. I think that's exactly what they're trying to do here, is just hold that courtyard. And they're just going to have to, Skyline's going to have to hold the street, but they keep going down. Spawns are going to spawn out. As you see, Schmax and Mist both just spawned by Fountain. So it's going to be a big push from them. Warriors now 127-76. It's going to be really hard for Warriors to break this hill. They're all spawning mid right now. Or sorry, for Skyline to break this hill. Warriors all spawning by back police at the moment. So this could go very one way after this hill.
Yeah, same thing as the first set of rotations. Warriors able to go through that street side, take out the guys in the back, and Rin picking up another one on the top at least. You got to be watching that. Missed one at the top, picking up on the top. Doe's being traded out. It looks like Skyline's going to be able to get this rest of this time unless they can Rin can pull off some sort of a break on 1v4. Now going to turn back, go for P3. And, they're just going to set up for this P3, hopefully get another 60 seconds on this one, just as Skyline did. And once more, I'm looking for, the spawn rotations on through Bank and try and take this one out once more.
Yeah, and the commonality that I'm seeing here with Skyline in that first hardpoint and this hardpoint is that they are capable of breaking the point. However, I'm not seeing an early rotation out of them to substantially set up. But they're also just only picking up the scrap times. They're able to get that full 60, but I just don't think that's enough. However, they're within 20 points. Warriors now hopping into this P3 to claim themselves a little bit more time to get this lead out. Snaps not able to secure that kill off of mid, but Emperor Chris says no worries. I'm the Emperor of Moscow. Let's go. Holding down that alley. Mexi trying to get some entry here into the elbow. Finds one off of Emperor Chris there. Finds another one onto Snaps. Not able to contest Hill. However, it's going to be on Skyline. They need to rotate. They need to hold this point. I feel like they're playing for too many kills around the point versus rushing and getting into that point. So if they want any shot at bringing the series back, they're going to have to match that aggression, but they're also going to have to get that hill time.
Yeah, Skyline's just, they're just playing right now. They got the street side hard point. Dope's coming in through the back, picking up one kill onto the point. Warriors are spawning Globe right now, so they should be able to get into this one. Skyline being able to pick up 2. Smaxel just doing work right now, picking up every kill that he can, winning almost every time he comes into contact with another player. Miss picking up 1. Falco picking up 1 on the point, holding down right now. Skyline's got a nice hold on this one, almost able to pick up the full 60 seconds about halfway through this hill. And I think the big thing for the Warriors right now is that they have the P1 and P2 spawns right now, and I think they're gonna have to be able to hold this as best they can, as Skyline's just gonna take this hill and they're gonna go for the next 2.
Yeah, it's do or die now for Skyline. Also down 1-2 in the series, but now Warriors, they have P1, they have the setup. They also have spawns for P2, so it's a big ask here for Skyline. They're going to have to break this hill and break through and gather spawns while getting all the necessary kills around that as well. So only about 40 teams separating this. Skyline able to break into the hill. Not going to have to secure this kill, but gets traded off by Falco here. It's an absolute bloodshed down in B-Dom. It's going down.
Yeah, very just scrappy gameplay on this first hill here. Rin picking up 1, Snaps is on the point, Rin getting traded out. Snaps is the only one left on this point, taken out by Falco. Nice kills in there. Doe's trading him out. Smaxel taking out 1 in the back. And we just said that the Warriors were gonna have to hold this the P2 spawns, and Skyline was able to do a great job at flipping them out. And now they have this great setup for P2.
Yeah, unfortunately, Emperor Chris was able to get 1 pick off Schmax, sending him back into spawn. However, they are lucky getting those close spawns, but it's just Warriors picking off player by player. Now the contested spawns are coming through. Falco doing his best to hold everyone on front, but the comms do come through, just not quick enough, though. Snaps finds 1, Ren finds another one, and now the push from the Warriors begins. 20 points separating both of these teams, but Skyline doing their best just to keep them off of the hill so that they don't get any progress. They did a great job, like you said, on that P1. This P2, they were able to gain some time, but now look, the rotations are coming in off of Skyline, and they're realizing their mistakes, and that's the looks of a good, cognizant team. However, Warriors 210 to 181 now back to that 40-point differential, so it's going to come down to P3 and ultimately P4.
once again, I mean, you know, they got to be watched for the third time this game that Skyline's just giving up that street side on that P2. And they just were able to break it a lot easier. Mist picking up 2 in the back. Warriors trying to push through that front. Schmaxel taking out 1. Mist is down in the back now. Rin pushing through that side. Mexi looking at Chris, able to take him out. 2 on that outside. So far, Skyline's been able to pick up this whole time on the hill right now, as they just keep getting those easy trades, and then they know they have the spawns right now. So you know, going a little bit forward, picking up those trades, not a heavy task for them. As we see, Warriors already rotating for that the next hill.
Yeah, Warriors on it. They know they need to close this out because now Skyline with the rest of this scrap is going to be in that 240 range. So it's going to be an absolute bloodshed on the streets of Moscow. The contest does come through. Emperor Chris just trying to find one. I don't think you see him. He's behind the fan, but Mexi gets traded out, though. Was able to take one down with him. Oh my goodness, there's just so much action. The Miss finds one. All the contests are just trying to come through. 5 seconds left for Skyline. This could be it. This would bring them back and tie them up. Skyline closes this out. 250 to 222. What do you think about that?
You know, defying the odds. Down 2 respawns right off the bat here with that first, with both the respawns coming from checkmates. You know, the biggest thing for me was I think the rotations were a lot better than the first hard point, and their slaying was on point. They were able to take out the kills when they needed to, and their spawn flips were very, very good the same.
Yeah. Wow. I felt the momentum coming out of Skyline right there. And now we're going into our Game 5 search. We'll have that up here in 1 second.
You know, what are you thinking here? You know, Skyline won the first search and destroy.
I'm going with Skyline. If I'm predicting, I think Skyline has now figured out the way that Warriors play. And they were pretty dominant in that first S&D, so I don't doubt them. So it's gonna be on Warriors to outplay Skyline in this map here.
Yeah, going up 5-2 in the first search and destroy. Skyline was just able to close it out 6-5. If you weren't here for that thriller of a search and destroy in the chat there, you know, just I love the way that Skyline plays their search. Very, very passive against the very aggressive Warriors team. I really think that you know, that they'll be able to close this one out with any troubles, and you know, it's definitely Skyline's one to lose with the search and destroy we saw earlier.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I'm hoping also for another round 11, as much anxiety as that induces.
For sure.
But I think it's definitely both of these squads are fighting. Skyline finally able to claw their way back into the series, tying it up 2-0 after also being down 2 respawns and coming back, like you said, in that respawn. This is a big win for them. This is a very big win for them.
Yeah, exactly what they needed going into this last map. I mean, the momentum's in their way. They just won the search and destroy before. They're on a high right now, and it's going to be really, really interesting to see this team go.
Yeah, and I think, you know, both teams, I'm now looking at their statistics from last weekend too. Both teams are down 0-1 in the league. So this is a big match. You know, one team will go up 1-1 as in tied, and then the other will be down 0-2 in their league matches. So this plays a considerable role in seeding and all the likes. So either team here, I don't think they want to lose this match.
Definitely going down 0-2 in the first 2 weeks of this league is just going to be, you know, it's a heavy hill to climb for the next week coming up. You know, last week we saw we saw 3-2 games, and then a 3-1, and the very first one of the day was a 3-0, which is the very first one we've seen. This one going to another game 5, which in my opinion is my favorite ones. Just to see the intensity that it brings to the match on this last search and destroy. Every moment, every kill is just key, and it's going to be a real exciting one to watch.
Exactly, and the moments that happen in these game 5 search and destroys, you can't practice for them. It's experience that speaks for itself. So it's going to come down to the confidence of each and every one of these players to pull the W for their squad, respectively.
Speaking on experience, if you've ever been into like a game 5 situation, what do you kind of look for from you especially, and from your team just going through this whole thing?
Number one, consistency. In terms of plays, I low key dial down on the ego chows and the heat checks. I think that's something. Unless you're really flying, then go for it. However, I think that it needs to be played a little bit more conservative. But if the other team's coming out, you gotta match it. So number one, consistency. And then number 2, comms, and then 3 is just maintaining composure. Because if you lose full in any way in a game 5, it's over. It falls apart easy, and that goes to any team, even in CDL franchises.
I'm definitely looking at
hopefully around 11, some more burritos, you know. But chat, who do we got? 6-1 Skyline? I don't even know at this point, but hopping in right behind Warriors. First chance at planting the bomb down. It looks like it's going to be a B push here. You got one person sitting mid on Emperors, or on Warriors, so it's just going to come down to these holds, and I think Nexi not able to secure that first kill, so Snapta finds one. Is able to get some progression. However, it's a standstill completely at these rings. Warriors now retreating into that back red building. It's going to be hard with Skyline pushing forward like that. So now make that a 2v2.
You know, I'm looking for this rotation to come out of the Warriors right now. It seems like Skyline really has this this bomb site really set on in their setup here. So I mean, as we're seeing the rotation come through, we have Dobes and Rin. Dobes carrying the bomb right now. It doesn't seem like Skyline has clued into a rotation just yet. I'm sure we'll see it come through. We have Smaxel, you know, I think he's kind of reading into it a little bit. Bomb is going to go down with Dobes, and they're going to try and set up for this A push from Skyline.
Yeah, Schmax, he was feeling a little antsy. Something just did not feel right with him, but now the pinch does come through here. He's going to be working that top money. Big kills here from Schmax. He's looking to try to find one, but that indicates Rin sitting top pool. Fantastic spot. Closes out Falco. Warriors take that first round 1-0.
Fantastic spot for Rin being up there, you know, and even better on Dobes getting the shots coming through. So alerting Rin of the push coming from that pool steps. And able to take out the one, and then Dobes being able to find the second, closing out the round pretty easily here. Emperor Chris, we're going to be coming behind him as Skyline makes their first push as the offensive team.
Yeah, Skyline looking to answer back here, being down 0-1 in this series. It's not too late. Warriors came out with a little bit more momentum. All it came down was just a placement there, so neither team had a huge disadvantage, but it's going to be a huge B push out of Skyline here. Schmaxel with the first kill, however, Emperor Chris does find two. Snapsa finds one, so now Schmax in a 1v2. If there's anyone that I know that can do it, it's Schmax. However, with the stun, they know exactly where he is. He's going to be in a pinch, so he's going to have to play these kills, sitting top laundry super hard. Not able to close that out, however, though. Warriors now up 2-0. And this is a little bit unlike what we saw the first Search and Destroy. Skyline came out guns blazing, quite literally. But now, Warriors, just with the hold, they're doing a fantastic job going up 2-0. But Skyline, is there any sign of life out there?
You know, right now they're just playing really, really offensive, which is what we saw from the Warriors in the first Search and Destroy, which didn't really work out with them, which is you know, surprising that Skyline would go to this sort of a tactic. But as we're seeing our first sniper come out, I think it was Dobes pulling out the sniper on the offensive side here. Another B push coming through. Smacks being able to take out Emperor Chris. I think that was the one with the sniper there. 2 down for the Warriors, going for that B push once more. It didn't really work out for them the first time. Now they're going to retreat back. Dobes and Rin once again left in a 2v4 situation here. Really, they're back to the wall in their own spawns here. Skyline really has a nice setup. 2 on B, 1 mid, 1 on A. What do you think they can do right now to, you know, even have a chance of closing out this round?
They're going to have to play these trades, and they're going to have to be really specific about what kills they engage. And Dobbs finds one, but that indicates Smaxel, and Smaxel just finds 2. Close it out. You just can't. You just hate to see it. You just hate to see it, but it was a great play by Schmax. He was waiting for the intel. You know, granted, that was a little bit of bait, but do what you got to do.
Oh, that was bad. See those body shots at the end, jeez.
Yeah.
Sending a message.
Maybe he has a little heavy fingered. I don't know if that was classified chat. Was that body shooting right there? I don't know. However, Skyline does answer back. Troy says body shots. However, bringing them back 1-2 in this series makes for a great game. Schmaxel first down. Bomb is down by ring. Chris points that out. Make that 2 down for Skyline now. Make it 3. Warriors picking apart the Skyline, each building in the Skyline one by one. Now going up 3-1 in the series.
Yeah, seeing this, same thing from the first one. Warriors going down 3-0, and then Rin picking up the 2-piece on the end in the last one, and totally turning the momentum in the game. And we saw round 11. So, do you think this is the big turn that they needed to just maybe get a couple rounds in, turn this one around?
Yeah, it seems like Warriors, they do definitely have the momentum right now. I wouldn't put Skyline in the coffin just yet. However, it's getting into that do or die situation. So they've got a lot of work to do. They need to play these kills, maybe tone down the aggression, just play for these kills like that. Schmaxel grabs one while he's pushing that ring. Snaps, finds one onto Falco. So make that a 3v3 rotation is going to come to A bomb site. But I don't think Skyline has fully found that yet, but that's a big kill right there. So that's going to be Mist and Mexi in the back. Schmaxel working for the flank.
Rin with the sniper in the back of the map. Oh, you should have shot there. Almost picks up one onto, and then Schmaxel coming in the back, picks up Rin, makes it a 1v3 with bomb down. Dobe's playing the mid right now, going to be going money. Is able to pick up one, but then immediately traded out, and the bomb will be defused by Schmaxel, ending up this round, making it a 3-2 game.
And for Rin, you just hate to see it. That was absolute COD timing at its finest. But that was a big play out of Schmax right there to go on the flank, and to secure that kill off of top pool. Knew somebody would be up there, so that's a great read from him. So now 2-3, Warriors leading by 1 round, and it's up to Skyline to tie this up.
Yeah, Schmaxel, knew that Rin might have been there from the last round that they won. He was up there and took out the kill, was able to take out 2, and then the game was over. Now they got a nice setup on B. Schmaxel picking up the first team kill coming in, make it a 3v2 in Warriors' favor. Snaps playing this back map, able to pick up another one, make it a 3v1 for Mexi being the lone survivor. Is able to pick one up into Jim, and now it makes it a 2v1.
Yeah, Mexi currently in a 1v2. He has the whole raid Hollywood Hills plan. Just kidding. He had the playground. Didn't extend out, unfortunately. So now Warriors are up 4-2. Only 2 rounds away from getting their first league match win. 4 rounds away for Skyline. So it has to happen here. It's slipping away from them. They're doing their best to tie up those defense rounds and to bring them one step closer, but just falling a little short on those offensive rounds.
Definitely, for sure. We're going to see Warriors come on this offensive. They've done really well on this side, for sure. We have a broken scoreboard. I don't know what the hell that is. We have another B push come through. 2, I think they've got 2 mid and then 2 in art. And we got 2 on the flank for Skyline on the 8th site. Good. Whoa! We got body shots from Dobes coming through. Getting first blood. Falco going down. To the last 2 Skyline players are on the big flank.
Yeah, and I was looking at the setup at the beginning of the round. I was not opposed to the setup that Skyline had. They had Warriors in the middle of the map in a perfect pinch. I just don't think they knew that, so the comms didn't come through. And now in a now make that a 2v3 favoring the Warrior squad here. Rotation is going to come through from Skyline here. Last ditch effort. They're going to have to defuse the bomb. 23 seconds left on the clock. It's a hard ask here. Missed. Last alive. Can he make it happen? Cannot. Now Warriors up 5-2. This is interesting because in the first Search and Destroy, Skyline was once up 5-2 and they were able to pull it back. Do you think it's possible?
I definitely think it's possible. I mean, I like their setup on the defensive side. They just didn't rotate through the middle, which is what I think they should have done. Maybe getting a pinch from the 2 players, really running through, getting a big push on that. On the offensive side, they haven't really been doing much, but I really think that they will be able to pull this back. Seeing Smaxel is 9-4, but also seeing Mist is 1-6, which is not ideal right now. Smaxel going with a quick bomb plant, which snaps are getting picked up by Mexi. Emperor Chris going to be trying to chow that one. Mist with a big setup in the back. I just don't think that Warriors have much right now.
No, that was a big push and a big gameplay out of Skyline right there. So now in a 4v2, they were able to get bombed down. Dobbs with the entry kill onto Falco. They're Rin just looking to find someone from behind, and I think he's going to find one on Schnaxel, but I don't. Oh no! Oh no! Schmax is upset. Skyline. This match is getting. This egos are involved now. So 3-5. Both team not wanting to close the coffin just yet. It's just getting started. Make it 3-5. Skyline backs against the wall.
Jeez, this is it's getting intense right now with all the egos coming through. I saw a little bit of a teabag into that best play kill there going there. Now on the defensive side, I think that to win this one, Skyline's just gotta play really patient. They've been playing very, very aggressive, like right there, getting picked off first blood. Really easy for Rin to get that one down. Pushing back to respawn. We got 2 in mid and then 2 onto the B side once more. Their setup, is the same as the one before. Snapsa going for Snapsa almost getting caught. First, Snapsa going through the middle. Now we have a big push up from the B side. Double kill, 2 more down. We only have 1 left on the side of Skyline. Can Mist do it to extend this round to a 5-4, or will it be over for the Warriors?
I missed it in 1v4. He's going to have to play this carefully, but coming up mid-stairs and peeking like that, I just don't think it's the best idea. However, shots come across from across mid. Warriors are going to be your champions of this match, this game 5. Insane. At one point, it was looking extremely lopsided on the behalf of Warriors. To close this out, they were playing dominant, and then we saw some signs of life out of Skyline. It just wasn't enough, and now they do go down 0-2 in their league count. Warriors able to bring this back into 1-1. Absolutely fantastic game out of both. And looking forward to the rest of the day.